Bet you guys weren't expecting this video today, huh? Hi guys, it's Mimberly and welcome back to the channel. So, I did a bit of a naughty. I think you guys are going to hate me for this because I knew I was getting my hair cut. So, I purposely held on doing the myths until the hair was cut. Because we've hit 900 subs. It's ridiculous that we're growing this quick. Like, we're literally less than 1,000 from full monetization. And I wanted to really thank everybody, so I've literally been holding fire until we hit 900 subs to record all 4 myths in one sitting. This is going to fucking kill me. This is gonna give me trauma, but you know what? Your girl's ready for it. So, we're gonna start with husband. We're gonna start with Silas, because I've been told this one is cute and not as traumatic. Oh, fucking A, this is gonna take me ages. But I'm not complaining, because it is Silas. Recently, a small country in the south has experienced abnormal magnetic fluctuation and a surge in wanderers. I suspect it is related to the ether core and want to go investigate. Oh, what's the best thing to do? Grab another ether core. Sitting on the sofa, Silas methodically disassembles a gun as if it was a toy. Jesus Christ.
Aren't the wanderers in Lincoln City enough to keep you worried? Why are you also concerned about the ones overseas?
I forgot how attractive he was. The increase in wanderers has already made international headlines.
But you worked so hard to get into the N109 zone. Are you actually planning to travel and broadcast the same latest news story?
Yes. I lean closer to Silas and force a smile onto my face. By the way, aren't you also going there soon? Silas narrows his eyes slightly. He takes out bullets from the magazine, one by one, and places them on the table.
I should prepare a few rounds for the moles who leaked my plans, huh? 2 should do the trick.
Luke and Kieran. Don't blame Luke and Kieran. The person field over there is behaving erratically. Regular flights aren't an option. I just asked if private planes had restrictions too. They spilled the beans and...
I guess it's not bullets I need, but a couple of gags.
There are so many empty seats on your private jet though. I won't take up that much space. Right? Silas puts disassembled gun parts into a gun case.
No.
Please? I'm not going to be a freeloader. I can pay you based on the current commercial airfare, but I can only afford economy class. The corner of his eyes' mouth slightly twitches.
A lot of time has passed since our last meeting. Your jokes have gotten funnier, sweetie.
Ugh! Please! I am asking. Oh my god, I get the view of the bakery. Hello! Oh dear. He stands up, picks up the gun case, and heads for the door. I hurry after him. No! Yes, I was about to say, please keep my bakery view. Why won't you take me with you?
It's for business.
I'm just a small-time hunter. How could I ever affect your business? Can't you think of me as one of your gun cases to bring along? Silas turns around and throws the gun case to me. I catch it, and it's much heavier than I thought.
I plan to throw this gun away.
Why? What?
My business isn't what normal people imagine it to be.
Got it. Strippers.
So taking someone who's not used to my way of life is like carrying a firearm that doesn't fit in your hand. It can be a liability.
Hey, got it. We're not good enough. Defiant, I place the gun case on the floor. It's an obstacle between Silas and the door. I look up at him. Except you never let me into your life. How would you know whether I'm used to it or not? Silas quickly gives me a once-over.
Are you sure?
If I prove myself to not be a liability, you will take me with you. Well? Silas's red eyes move closer. And closer. Oh god. I lean back against the door, unwittingly holding my breath. What are you doing? His hand passes by my ear, and then he opens the door. Oh, you fucking tease.
Are you just going to stand there?
Did you really have to be so close to open a door?
Didn't you say you wanted to be let into my life? If so, you should get used to this.
Yes, Daddy. I pause and then quickly catch up to Silas. Oh, more of you at the bakery. We are being spoiled today, girlies. So it's a yes?
We have 3 days before we set off. If you can keep up, there will be a place for you on the jet.
Deal. I follow Silas out of the armory. I'm not completely clueless. Take your territory, for example. I know the ins and outs. You don't even need to show me around. That leads to your bedroom, and I've stayed in that room before. I'm using it again, right? However, Silas pulls out his car keys and presses a button. A nearby black sports car slowly opens its doors.
Save your enthusiasm for later, sweetie. Get in.
Don't need to tell me twice. Oh my god. This man is too attractive for my good. The sports car weaves through the M109 zone, neon-lit streets, and arrives at a luxury hotel's underground parking lot. Stepping out the elevator, I realize the floor is just one suite. Its decor is the epitome of luxury. Oh god. Staying in a presidential suite isn't part of everyday life, is it?
It is in mine.
Lucky bastards. Don't you live in that base?
Is a person forced to only have one residence?
Nah, he owns multiple homes. I need this man in my life so he can be my sugar daddy. No?
Exactly.
A crow has 3 nests.
I can confirm there are more than 2, sweetie.
Although Silas's words sound quite arrogant, the calm expression on his face makes it seem like this is the norm for him. I take a deep breath, quietly reminding myself not to be too surprised. Just live how you always do. Don't hold back because of me. Treat me like... Mephisto. Oh god. The crow with the mechanical wings lies on Silas's shoulder. He lets out a cheerful cry. Silent crow number 2. Even if you're up to no good, I won't tell anyone.
One talkative voice is enough.
I feel like MC and Mephisto are like siblings, love-hate relationship. By the time I pick out a bedroom to sleep in, Silas is nowhere to be seen. I take the elevator to the floor below. Unlike the suite on the top floor, this looks more like something you'd see in a normal hotel. Hallways connect the rooms. There is no one around, and many of the doors are open. As I walk, I realise these aren't guest rooms. One is a mini theatre, another a gym, there's a karaoke room, oh god, keep Silas out of that one, a gaming room, sign me up, and a boxing ring. I even see a swimming pool. All of them are for Silas's personal use? God. Is this what it's like to be rich, guys? I'm so jealous. If I'm heading into an area where the number of wanderers is increasing, a fierce battle is inevitable. I need to train every day and not let myself become complacent. I'm hitting a punching bag in the boxing ring. It's not long before I'm drenched in sweat. It'd be nice if I could spar with someone.
I see I didn't need to tell you to make yourself at home.
Hi. I turn my head. Silas leans against the doorway, his arms folded. This floor is also part of your territory, right? There's still no one using it, so I figured I'd get some training in.
Do you know how to box?
Actually, yes, I do, because I used to do kickboxing when I was younger. Fun fact. I got to a blue belt, and then I stopped, because I got lazy and I had exams. And then I became a gamer. Well, I was already a gamer, but I became more so of a gamer to the point that exercise just was not in my vocabulary anymore. I learned the basics at the Hunter's Academy. Rolling up his sleeve, Silas walks into the room. Are you going to spar with me?
I mean, hitting a punching bag by yourself is boring.
Oh my god, you're gonna spar with me? Ooh. Silas steps into the boxing ring. He looks relaxed compared to me, who's itching for a fight.
Relax, we're just sparring.
Sparring can lead to other things. Sure, but who knows if you're gonna secretly keep track of our score and get revenge on me if I win. Silas puts on his boxing hand wraps. Oh, those are so much more comfortable than boxing gloves.
Right. How you perform should be a factor in whether or not you can sit in the jet.
Oh my god, MC, you should have kept your mouth shut. I won't give you a chance to refuse.
We'll see, sweetie.
Oh, this is bringing back memories. Jesus. Although it's supposed to be a sparring match, Silas is mostly on the defensive. Even so, his speed and reaction time are on a level of a professional. Soon enough, I'm panting heavily, exhausted. Darn it, why can't I land a hit?
Regularly doing boxing workouts can enhance a person's reflexes. It's good for a young hunter who fights wanderers every day.
How are you able to move so quickly?
You're leaning too much. Also, your elbows aren't tucked in correctly. That affects how good your punches are. Look at the mirror.
On the opposite side of the room is a full-length mirror. I see Silas and myself in its reflection.
Keep your center of gravity around your core.
Silas lightly presses down on my shoulder and shifts my balance back.
When you punch, you need to follow the flow. Move your shoulder forward.
Oh, this is getting a bit intense, huh? With Silas behind me, he leans down and holds my hands.
Like this. When your elbow goes past 90 degrees, move your arm in. Don't force it. Let your fist naturally rotate.
He gently grips my hand and slowly demonstrates how to punch. With our skin touching and the strength in his hand, I tense my back and arm.
You keep lowering your head. You're not going to beat up a kid, right?
I don't know, after the shit that the neighbors did. I don't know if I actually remember telling you guys, but when I was recording the Zane Tender moment, no, it wasn't Tender moment, it was Zane's Secret Times recording. I haven't gotten it out available yet, because that one's taken me a fuck ton of editing on the audio. I screamed at one point to the point that the kids across the road got scared because the window was open and they raised a noise of complaint against the house. That's just some bullshittery, but the ironic thing was, like, literally the night before, they held a party until 3 a.m. in the morning, and in the UK there is a rule that after 11 o'clock there's like a quiet rule that sets in, being if you're basically making noise after 11 o'clock you have the right to call the police on that household. Me and Kate didn't, because we were staying up that night anyway, and, you know, they were just having fun. But as soon as we basically threatened to report that, or we basically said to the estate agent, look, you know, they were up until 3 a.m. the other day, so I think us doing one single screen at 15 minutes past 11 is not really a reason to complain. Magically, they dropped it, which was quite funny, actually. Thank God we're moving in April, because Jesus Christ. He lifts my chin, his voice right next to my ear.
Raise your head. Look at the mirror.
I have no choice but to do as he says. I glance at our reflection, and it's as if Silas is holding me in his arms. My ears are slightly red. Alright, I'll show you what I can do. Oh!
An opponent who only knows how to attack often leaves their weak points exposed when attacking.
Nah, you're too attractive for me on this. Right, I feel like I'm gonna have to do some reaction times here.
Seize your opportunities.
Okay. Oh. Ah! Ah!
But I'll admit your combat prowess surpassed my expectations.
Okay. Right, so I just gotta do reactions. This is fire!
Know that your opponent won't stop.
Right, okay, in the nicest way possible, I press that.
In a real battle, you must seize more than one opportunity.
I know.
Your reflexes are okay.
Thanks, mate.
Let's see how hard you can hit.
Oh, yeah? Ah!
There you go. Now that's the strength of a hunter.
I remember doing this when I was used to be in kickboxing class. This is cool.
Remember to give it your all when you attack next time.
I did! Oh, shit, I let go too early.
I thought you wanted to hit me harder than that.
Nah, your face is too pretty. Oh my god.
There are no hidden tricks to combat. Good eyes and a ruthless fist are more than enough to knock out most people. The rest will depend on what you can pick up yourself during training.
I'm sorry, but if Silas was my instructor when I was in kickboxing, I would have not stopped. Oh. Sneak attack. Oh! Oh!
Not bad. You're able to quickly apply what you've learned. So you have the skills. However, the closer you are to victory, the more you should stay on your toes.
I would not mind being pinned down like that. Oh my god. Silas raises his hand and stands to the side.
You're pretty talented, I have to say.
Oh, thank you. Well, you're pretty good at teaching.
You think so?
Yes. Unable to understand why he's smiling, I look at him.
It depends on who my student is.
You can teach me a couple of things, just in a different room, if you know what I'm saying. Right, on that note, we've completed number 2. Now, I'm getting a little bit thirsty, so I'm going to go get coffee, because if I have caffeine in my system, these reactions are going to be even more unhinged, so bear with me. Okay, I am back with my massive Tim Hortons cup, which is literally nearly the size of my head. So, yeah, we got coffee. We good. Oh, that is nectar. It turns out boxing can work up a sweat. After training, I'm ready to rush into the bathroom. But then I realized there's a problem. What was I supposed to wear after showering?
Clothes are by the door. Get them yourself.
You thought about that ahead of time? When did he prepare these? After my shower, I changed into the clothes Silas had given me. I couldn't help but be surprised. Silas, aren't these clothes the ones I just wore here? Silas is casually sitting on the sofa. He flips through a newspaper.
Is buying another set of the exact same clothes a big deal?
But you were boxing with me the whole time. When did you...
If I didn't anticipate every possible outcome of an event, I wouldn't be where I am now.
I move closer and glance at the newspaper in Silas's hand. It's actually a compilation of intel. Each bit of information on it is enough to make a person's jaw drop. I'm stunned.
Mr. Silas, we have lobster, salmon tartare, and stuffed steak roll for today's main course. What would you and your guests like to eat?
Oh, I'm not gonna lie, lobster or steak, stuffed steak roll sound banging. Silas shifts his gaze to me.
What do you want to eat?
You? Boxing has left me starving. I shamelessly order a lot of food, and the chef quickly brings in the dishes that were just made. Salmon tartare is delicious. The stuffed steak rolls were also tasty. Silas smiles and turns to ask the chef.
What do you have for dessert?
There's red wine ice cream, vanilla cheese pudding, and almond cake with grapefruit sorbet.
It sounds delicious. Which one should I choose?
Let's have all of them then.
This man knows me. He's after my own heart. You're like me. After eating something salty, you want something sweet, and then you want something salty again. I
feel like you're describing a hamster's eating habits.
I am basically a hamster with the way I shove food in my mouth. That's why I'm fat. But I'm not a hamster.
Hamsters are constantly eating, and they all look the same while doing so. You, on the other hand, look different when eating various kinds of foods.
What's that mean? I'm the one who wanted to be let into your life. How did it become you observing me?
This is also part of my everyday life.
True. People who can think 10 steps ahead can also see the details most would overlook. Silas slightly lowers his eyes and then scoops up some red wine ice cream to eat.
Miss Hunter, your observation skills aren't bad either.
I would love to observe you on a daily basis, my guy, because you are the epitome of a man. Whew. Oh god, how long is this going to take me? After dinner, Silas quickly disappears into the huge suite again. Living alone in such a large room, It's almost like playing hide and seek. I can't help but worry that Silas might leave without me. What's the point of me coming to the M109 zone then? From the depths of the suite, classical music resounds. I follow it, pushing open the door. What greets me is a wall covered in records and all sorts of exquisite musical instruments. Silas sits on the sofa, facing the full-length windows. He gazes outside into the night and his leg rests on the coffee table. He holds a glass of red wine in one hand and appears very relaxed. Oh God, I thought you'd do something dangerous after having a nice meal.
I'm not interested in getting appendicitis.
Mephisto, who's perched by the window, lets out a call. It's almost like he's mocking me. I turn to glare at him. Then, whether it's shame or simply wanting to ignore me, Mephisto picks up a coin and flips it onto Silas' shoulder. Silas takes the coin and skillfully rolls it across his knuckles. Are these musical instruments yours?
They're part of an antique collection.
Oh God. I walk around the room. Almost all the records on the wall are for classical music. Meanwhile, the instruments are well maintained as they exude a faint luster. Not only do you have an armory, but you could also open a record or music store.
Just so happens I can buy the things I like.
I fucking wish that was me, because otherwise I would own every single memory in this game. It seems I've gotten used to Silas downplaying things. He's always calm, honest, and not interested in showing off.
If you're bored, there are a lot of things downstairs that can help kill time.
I shake my head and sit on the other side of the sofa. I'm not. To be honest, it feels like I'm putting together a jigsaw puzzle. Silas sets down his glass. He moves his neck and runs a hand through his hair.
You have a lot more puzzle pieces to collect, I guess.
I just found a new piece. I point to Silas's neck, which he is tilted back. I've noticed that when you're sitting by yourself, you often move your head back. Is your neck stiff? Uh-oh.
Do hunters also need to play doctor?
Yeah, we've been hanging around Zane a bit too much, I think. Zane, Silas suddenly reaches out and lowers my head. What are you doing?
If you keep your head down like this for an hour, you'll understand.
Is it because you're constantly looking down at people? He is fucking tall. Silas shrugs. He starts playing with the coin again. Seems everything's not all fine and dandy for someone this tall. Yeah, Silas is a fucking beast! For some reason, this small detail makes me feel as if Silas isn't so far away.
Boss, Covey called. He's asking when you'll play cards.
He really doesn't waste any time.
I immediately sit up. Can I tag along?
You should have realized it's not a regular game of cards.
Which means it's the perfect chance for me to prove myself. The corner of Silas's mouth curls slightly as he stands up to leave.
You won't stop until you get what you want, huh?
He knows me so well.
Hopefully, I won't be seeing regret plastered on your face later.
Silas flips the coin in his hand, then tosses it to Luke, who's standing by the door.
Make sure he keeps a spot open.
You got it, boss man.
I'm scared. I feel like we're about to see a side of Silas that, isn't normal. Okay. I'm surprised Silas takes me back to Lincoln. The motorcycle stops in a bustling downtown area. I'm following him into a building, and the elevator brings us to a magnificent, spacious lounge. There's only one card table in the center of the room. 5 people are already seated and playing cards. A single glance is enough to tell me that one of them, a regal-looking old man, is an important figure in this game. What?
Mr. Silas, I thought you always preferred to be by yourself. Yet you brought a +1 this time.
Nothing is impossible.
Every player's eyes focus on me. I force myself to stay calm and politely meet the sharp, emotionless gazes. Silas pulls out a chair for me. He sits to my right. It doesn't take long for me to understand that when Silas said they were playing cards, he actually meant he'd be talking business with the people at the table.
We're in the last round of betting. I assume you're ready to make a decision, Mr. Silas.
Silas rolls the chip across his knuckles. Now I know that whenever he fiddles with something, his mind is quickly making calculations.
What if I want to raise the stakes?
The key to playing cards is knowing when to quit.
I always like to put everything on the line.
Silas tosses the chip in his hand into the pot. Then he pushes all of his chips in front of him.
All in.
Kobe's eyes darken. He slightly raises his hand from the table. I hear a faint click of a firearm being loaded. I immediately feel a chill run down my spine. I glance at Silas. He looks at me with a faint, almost amused smile. He's waiting to see how I react.
What about you, miss? It's not too late to fold.
Although I have no idea what business they're referring to, I can't lose face. I put on a relaxed smile. You don't know what cards I'm holding, sir. Don't worry about me. I push forward the chips on my side. I'll call.
You're bold for a novice.
Ignorance is bliss.
Mr. Silas's guest doesn't seem to know the rules.
Oh, but she didn't break any now, did she? And Mr. Covey, if you can't make up your mind, perhaps someone else should play.
Shit. A hushed silence encompasses the room, but the tension is palpable in the eerie quietness. A slight struggle is about to occur.
I'll call.
The three of us reveal our cards one by one. In my hand, the 2 cards and 3 community cards form a straight flush.
Impressive.
I tug at the corner of my mouth to create the most natural-looking smile I can muster. I make eye contact with each person at the table. Beginner's luck, I suppose. Thank you for going easy on me. Kobe's eyes gleam like a venomous snake. The corner of his mouth is about to twitch. My gut tells me this seemingly spacious room is rife with chilling, murderous intent.
All's fair in gambling, Mr. Covey. Isn't that part of the rules?
Silas, why did you bring a girl to meddle in our affairs?
Kobe's bodyguard stands behind me. As he's about to move, I quickly react, push him back to my chair to knock him down and start beating him up. Bodyguard is on the ground now. I hold the pistol he had on him. I swiftly remove the magazine from it and the bullets scatter onto the carpet. Silas's sharp gaze swoops over my face and I make eye contact without flinching.
I forgot to mention, she's no ordinary girl. Oh well.
Ah! He stands up and joins me. Together we smile at Covey. Been a pleasure playing with you today, Mr. Covey. Covey's gaze flickers and his demeanor changes.
It's just a game. Winning or losing is trivial. You two shouldn't take it to heart.
As his voice fades, the looming murderous intent in the lounge dissipates instantly. Silas and I exchange a glance. The corner of his mouth slightly curls.
Yes, playing a card game is trivial, but the trip was worth it.
Shit. God, I haven't played cards in ages. I miss it. I really do. The problem is I can't play against Kate because I know he'll kick my ass because I am a terrible liar. As we leave, the sky begins to brighten. The rising sun reflects off the building's glass exterior, painting the sky red. In front of the building is a park. I can't help but breathe a sigh of relief. We barely managed to escape. I wonder how many people were waiting for the order to be given.
Who said we're safe just because we got out of the building? Covey's men are tailing us. 10 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 3 o'clock. Oh, and there are snipers on the roof. Both sides.
Fucking hell.
How does it feel to greet a new day with so many people lurking in the shadows?
Silas's face shows no signs of anxiety. His nonchalant tone makes it sound like he's just said good morning. It feels more dangerous compared to the movies. Breakfast food cart slowly passes us. Silas suddenly chuckles.
Are you hungry?
Always. How can you have an appetite when there's so many people ready to ambush us?
Considering how calm and collected you were at the card table, Shouldn't having an appetite be easy for you?
He feeds me. Under a tree, Silas and I sit on a bench and eat our sandwiches. Sunlight filters through the branches and a breeze carries spring's fragrance. The tree's pink blossoms tremble slightly in the wind. Everything's so beautiful and serene, it's almost surreal. Much as I'm enjoying this moment of peace, the person on this morning's jog is also after us, right?
Good eye. But it's not just me they're targeting. After all, you won the bid, sweetie.
What bid?
It's for a new kind of weapon.
I choke and can't stop coughing after. They think I want to compete with them for weapons. Silas pats my back and speaks in a somewhat teasing tone.
The speed and momentum of your punches earlier didn't seem to care about who was present.
Hey, that was different. They were after my life. I doubt I could have taken my time. But I listened to your advice. My punches are a lot faster now. Silas thoughtfully looks at my hand.
You applied what you learned on your first run. The teachers at the Hunters Academy must have liked you.
I just wanted to impress you. I know I want to be liked by you.
Your goal is clearly written on your face. You don't need to say it.
A stray cat, guided by the smell of food, approaches. It cautiously peers at us from the side of the bench. Surprisingly, Silas bends down to play with it. The weary feline immediately raises his paw and scratches Silas. You can't just touch strays. They're alert because the outside world is dangerous. Silas suddenly stands up. His entire body carries a subtle, dangerous aura. The cat is intimidated and takes a few steps back. You're not mad at the cat, right? It was only protecting itself. Silas walks over to the food truck on the side of the road.
Boss, do you have any dried fish?
No, but we have canned tuna.
He's buying food for the cat.
I'll take all of it.
Huh? Silas arranges the canned tuna on the ground in a row. The cat calls over other stray cats. Silas watches them eat side by side. The sharp contours of his face appear softer than usual. I've just collected another piece puzzle related to Silas. Your enemies would be shocked if they saw you like this.
They'll probably wish to be reborn as animals in their next life. They wouldn't have to fight me then.
So he has a soft spot for cats too? Is that why he calls us kitten? Oh my god, that makes so much more sense. Do you like animals?
I don't like or dislike them. To me, they're harmless.
I mean, you did make Mephisto, so... But you're kinder to these weaklings than most.
Just because you're stronger doesn't mean you stand above the weak.
Silas abruptly looks at a person in the distance, his expression returning to what it usually is, a subtle sneer.
Compared to those who overestimate themselves, small animals are nicer.
I think they're trying to seal off the park.
Perfect. We can get rid of them in one fell swoop.
Wait, there are civilians here. Let's go somewhere else. Silas turns his head to glance at me, then he stands up.
Yes. You're truly Lincoln's righteous guardian, Miss Hunter.
Why does that sound like an insult coming out of your mouth?
I'm being sincere.
Silas tosses me a motorcycle helmet. The figures, though still far away, are closing in on us. You could have headed home when we left the building. Why did you want to have breakfast?
It's not often you get to see plants. I wanted to appreciate them.
Aren't there plants in the M109 zone?
They're fake. You can't tell unless you take a closer look.
Leaning against his motorcycle, Silas looks at the tree canopy in front of him. The tree covered in blooming pink flowers looks like cotton candy under the sun.
Plants struggle to grow when there's no sunlight. So people in the N109 zone are used to living without plants.
Oh. The vegetation here might be surprised that someone would get himself into danger just to see them. Silas smiles.
It's spring after all. Besides, how dangerous can these people be?
Silas puts on his helmet and wraps my arms around his waist.
Hold on tight.
Oh, I fucking will. Ooh! Oh, Jesus. The motorcycle shakes off everyone who's trying to chase after us. He drives at a lightning fast speed, and it's as if the only close contact between me and Silas is the only thing that's real. Oh my lord, okay. Oh my lord, we're nearly there, people. After this one, we got 2 left. Oh, we're back here. Silas took the girl straight to the airport. He left earlier than planned, and while the girl was confused, she didn't question him. He likes that. The jet landed at their destination, and the girl effortlessly found his private boxing ring in the hotel they're staying in. The sound of punches hitting a punching bag echoes from the end of the hallway. As Silas listens to the report, he heads to the boxing ring.
Boss, General Rowan asked to meet up tomorrow.
Wait, who has the guts to enter Boss's boxing ring?
Are you stupid?
At the entrance to the boxing ring, Silas watches the girl as she delivers swift punches. He smiles. Luke and Kieran stare at disbelief at Silas, who's grinning.
The Harrier 700 should be a good fit for her.
Oh, that's the name of the gun! Oh, it makes so much sense!
Kieran, get a gun. And Luke, inform the General I'm only meeting them tonight.
Oh, it's so cute. Oh, I get to view the bakery again. After finishing my training and taking a shower, I come out to see Silas humming a complicated tune in the kitchen. He's also peeling an apple. Oh no, are we gonna hear Silas humming? God damn it. I don't think he saw me. Or do we go for the ass, or do we go for the... Let's go for the ass.
Is that how you say hello to everyone?
Oh, that's how I greet Cade when he's cooking.
The chef called in sick, so we're on our own.
Oh.
Choose one.
Orange?
It's sour. This one's not bad. We should use more of this next time.
Wait, he can cook as well? Oh no. He can cook, he's got money, he's attractive as fuck, and he drives a motorcycle. Girlies, I'm in trouble. You dipped your hand in it. Now how am I supposed to eat this?
Who said it's for you?
Bastard. Nice and quick.
Too slow.
Hey!
This salad dressing is good. I highly recommend it.
Well, I'm bored. I'll get going now. Don't follow
I was
me.
planning to head to the terrace. Think of it as me passing by.
Are you gonna give me like some food or? Asshole. So that's nice sit at the dining table on the terrace and eat. Okay, never mind. He did feed us. Never mind. Below there are lush tropical plants. People are wearing vibrant traditional clothes are busy in the brightly lit market. Oh my god, the lighting on this. Ooh. It's so lively. I've always wanted to go on a vacation here, but I never found the time.
I'm not restricting your freedom. You can leave whenever you want.
But I'm here to investigate the protofield anomaly and the dramatic increase in wanderers. Going on a vacation comes after. Silas takes a sip of his red wine.
So, why haven't you started your business already? Haven't you used me to get what you wanted?
Well, you did leave early. We agreed to spend 3 days together so I could see your life. I don't want you to think I'm going back on my word once I've achieved my goal.
What do you plan to do now?
I'll familiarize myself with the city. If you finish your business and head back, it's fine. I can stay and do my investigation. I can stay here until there's a commercial flight. The coin suddenly appears between Silas's fingers. It's quickly flipped.
When you're alone in a foreign country, you should make the most of what's around you. For example, you should confidently ask me to wait for you so we can return together.
man. I don't want you to waste your time.
Sweetie, when you're using me, you don't need to feel like you're a liability.
Can I use you in other ways, please?
I don't mind being used by you. I don't mind being used by you.
Saving up for my own personal use.
After all, I want to use you too.
Never mind, that's going in the collection! What do you mean you want to use me? What does that mean? Confused, I look at Silas. With a smile, he places a pistol on the dining table. This is...
The Harrier 700. If you want to keep up with me, you need a good weapon.
That's a really cool touch because I noticed the Harrier 700 is the name of the weapon that you use if you're using Silas Solar Companion, which is an amazing touch.
If you're done eating, let's go.
Will tonight be dangerous?
Are you scared?
Silas stares at me as I pick up the weapon from the table. I attach it to my waist. I wouldn't be a hunter if I was afraid of danger. Silas slightly smiles.
Here's to our mutual use of each other. Let it be a pleasant experience.
Oh, it can be pleasant in many ways, Silas, I promise you. Don't need to worry about that with me. Ooh! Okay, we're so close to the end. Still got to eat dinner yet, Jesus. That night, Silas takes me to the outskirts of the city. He places a briefcase and enters a building which appears to be under construction. The elevator reaches the top floor where a well-furnished bar is. Inside, a middle-aged man wearing a military uniform drinks at a table. Oh god.
Mr. Silas, did you bring the goods?
Silas places the briefcase on the table. The middle-aged man shows a content smile and opens another briefcase. It's filled with gold bars, all neatly arranged. Instead of immediately opening his own briefcase, Silas picks up a gold bar. He plays with it.
I see you like this old-school way of doing business, General.
Seeing is believing.
The weight of this box of gold isn't a joke.
Mr. Silas, I didn't expect you to bring only one person, but it's all right. I have plenty of people here to escort you out.
I don't think he needs it. I quietly place my hand on the gun attached to my waist. Silas calmly glances at me. He throws the gold bar back into the briefcase.
General, aren't you going to check the goods first?
Ronan points to a bottle of wine next to him.
I'm not in a rush. Anyway, I specifically selected this wine for you. Both of you can try it.
That sounds suspicious. Silas picks up the bottle and pours the wine into 2 empty glasses.
I'm grateful for your hospitality, General.
Of course. This is a farewell drink.
Silas hands me one of the cups, his eyes emitting a faint scarlet glow reminiscent of blood.
I see. Thank you.
Yeah, he knows. As soon as those words are spoken, a barrage of bullets comes at us from all directions. Silas and I lock eyes. He kicks over the table. We use it as a temporary cover. Silas shields me by holding me in his arms.
Are you alright?
Your gun better work. I proceed to draw, unload my pistol, and wait for the right moment to fight back. Seeing how calm I am in the face of danger, Silas's lips curl up slightly. He's amused. There must be dozens of them outside at least.
More than that.
Despite the situation, Silas remains composed. I glare at him. Surely you have a plan A, B, C, and then D, right?
With you here, I only need one.
Oh my god, why are you so attractive? Silas and I work together to fight our way through the storm of bullets. Enemies fall one after the other to our gunfire. Meanwhile, Ronan, protected by his minions, retreats to the doorway. A familiar figure appears next to him. It's Covey from the card game we had in Lincoln.
Mr. Silas, I didn't expect to see you again so soon.
Mr. Covey, you have an unfortunate gambling addiction.
It's a pity. You missed the best opportunity to play your hand. Now, there's no place for you at the table.
Sounds of footsteps resound outside the door. More soldiers who are well armed swarm in.
Head to the rooftop.
Silas and I rush to the rooftop. A large number of people are right behind us. The moonlight shines brightly here. There's nothing else but a vast night sky. I thought you'd have reinforcements.
There would only be dead weight.
Enemies swarm in from the rooftop entrance, gunfire shattering the silence of the night. Darkness is illuminated by sparks. Silas pulls me to the edge of the rooftop, his gaze fixed on Kobe, who's heavily protected by henchmen.
Give up now. Then we'll leave your bodies intact.
You're such a disappointment, Covey. You still haven't figured out whose game we're playing.
Silas's eyes flicker with a dark red glow. He sneaks a glance at me.
Shall we?
What? Silas slightly smiles, pulls me into his embrace, and falls backward. Ah! Oh my god. Okay, so he's literally just decided to, just go, okay, that's my woman, I'm off. Jesus Christ. During our rapid descent, I can only cling to Silas. The feeling of weightlessness slowly disappears. A red-black mist appears within my line of sight, and it envelops us. Silas's steady breath is right next to my ear. Despite being in a precarious, unpredictable situation, I feel indescribably safe. Yeah, because you're being protected by, Daddy. Silas lands on the ground with me in his arms.
Wait here.
He sets me down, one arm still around me. He pulls out this device that's about the size of a pocket watch and presses a button. Oh, he exploded it, didn't he? With a loud bang, the top floor of the building explodes. Flames soar into the sky.
Everything's good now.
Shocked, I gawk at Silas and step back, but my legs are weak after jumping off the roof. I can't control them. I stumble and fall onto Silas. I need to rest for a bit. Silas smiles, reaching out to support me.
For someone who fell from the rooftop of a building for the first time, you've outperformed most people.
I remember the suitcase that was left behind earlier. It wasn't a new type of weapon you took, right? You knew that what they were going to do this whole time.
When a product is in high demand and short supply, many buyers will want to become manufacturers themselves.
Yeah.
I just winged it.
I won't buy that.
Since my business finished earlier than expected, you can decide how we'll spend our remaining time together.
In your room? I really scrutinized Silas and noticed the hint of mirth in his eyes. You're not coming up with another scheme, are you?
Do you think I'm that kind of person?
Don't know. You just blew up a floor right in front of me.
It was necessary. I wanted to conduct business, yet they insisted on risking their lives.
The innocent expression on Silas's face is weird. I wonder what other necessities will occur if you come with me for other research.
There won't be necessities if I'm working with you, sweetie.
I look at Silas, who appears calm. What's your goal exactly? And don't give me that using each other nonsense. I don't believe it.
Actions speak louder than words.
Silas lowers his head to look at me, his expression more serious than before.
No one should be forced to keep up with someone else.
I meet Silas's gaze and my heart races faster than I would have thought possible. Silas, why are you acting like this all of a sudden?
It's not sudden. You're not the only one putting together a jigsaw puzzle.
Smiling, Silas gazes at me, the warmth in his eyes reminiscent of a cozy fireplace on a winter day. What kind of person have you pieced together from my jigsaw puzzle?
Well, it's far from complete, but it's enough to keep me interested in finding more pieces.
His hand gently grabs my arm and he guides me into the darkness of the night. Oh my god! Okay, alright. I really enjoyed playing through that. Genuinely, right, I got a few thoughts. So it definitely seems that like Silas and MC are trying to figure each other out while being mysterious at the same time, which I love that. You know, that is a very good like book talk trope for me. I really love Silas. You guys know this, but out of all the boys, I think Silas is the one that I'm the most interested in right now because he's so like mysterious, and the fact that he's probably got the least amount of lore released about him right now out of the 4 is only making me more curious. I cannot wait for Silas's next myth. Like, I keep saying I'm going to save for it, but then they keep dropping all of these amazing banners. So I'm probably going to have to save a little bit of money on the site to make sure I get it at this point. But what do you guys think of Silas in all seriousness? I'd be genuinely curious to see as many of your opinions on him as possible. But yeah, I mentioned there was going to be a surprise today, so expect the other myths coming later on today. Zane's next. See you there.